Hi everyone, welcome to your weekly tech update, the show that explores the newest, coolest, and sometimes mind-boggling side of technology. I'm your host, Ray McNeil. Coming up in the program today, giant e-ink screens turn trucks into dynamic rolling billboards. A Japanese inventor, just crazy enough to pull it off, builds a lethal water pistol. And if you're married and really want to get away from your wife, I guess getting yourself thrown in jail would work. I suppose. I'll tell you more about those stories and many more coming up on your weekly tech update next. Hi everyone, monochromatic e-ink displays have remained a popular choice for devices like e-readers since they're cheap, durable, and of course work in direct sunlight. It also means that they're perfect technology for turning semi-trucks into in-your-face rolling billboards. The giant e-ink displays developed by Mercedes-Benz, Visionect, and RoadAds Interactive are 1 meter by 1.5 meters with a resolution, get this, of 1440 by 2560. And they have 16 levels of grayscale as well. They're all powered by the electricity drawn from the truck's battery. The e-ink displays are easy to mount and remove, so they can even be transferred from truck to truck, depending on its route and schedule. And they're durable enough to withstand dust, bad weather, even trips through a car wash. The e-ink displays also feature built-in 4G functionality, Wi-Fi, and GPS. This all allows advertisements displayed to be constantly updated, but also relevant to where the truck happens to be rolling through. See, that's part of the reason that trucks aren't already slathered in ads like, say, buses are. The next day, the vehicle could be 3 states away, and billboards tend to be somewhat localized. In terms of advertising, the truck on the road right next to you is going to make a much larger impact than, say, a billboard flying by. There's certainly some great potential for exposure here. But the e-ink screens could also be used to supply information to other motorists as well, like impending slowdowns and other emergency details. I personally think if you're going to mount a display on the back of a truck, why not use it for safety like the Samsung Safety Truck? It uses 2 built-in front-facing cameras to capture and transmit a picture of the road ahead on the back of the vehicle. But of course, we all know that companies are in business to make money, so look forward to the new adverts in a few years. An Arctic research mission claims that it's discovered the HMS Terror, one of 2 Franklin expedition ships that sunk during a doomed attempt to traverse the Northwest Passage. Incredibly, the 168-year-old wreck would probably never have been found if it weren't for information provided by an indigenous crew member. As reported by The Guardian, the Arctic Research Foundation discovered the HMS Terror in Nunavut Bay, resting proudly under 24 meters of water. "We found HMS Terror, 203 years old. It's perfectly preserved in the frigid waters of the Northwest Passage," noted Arctic Research Foundation spokesperson Adrian Shimowski. Underwater footage shows the ship in excellent condition, with all 3 masts still standing and nearly all hatches closed. A pair of wine bottles, tables, a desk with its drawers open, and empty shelving were seen inside of the wreck. The ship was abandoned in sea ice in 1848 during a failed attempt to find the Northwest Passage from the Atlantic Ocean to Asia. All 129 crew members were lost nearly 3 years after the Franklin expedition set out from England. 2 years ago, its companion ship was discovered by underwater archaeologists from Parks Canada. The HMS Terror was finally located 96 kilometers south of where archaeologists thought it had been lost. Finding nothing, the Martin Bergman-led crew decided to take a detour to Terror Bay after hearing a story from an indigenous crew member named Sammy Kogvik. He told the crew that he noticed a large piece of wood sticking out of the Terror Bay's sea ice while on a fishing trip several years ago, and that it resembled a ship's mast. It turned out to be one heck of a tip. You can check out the full 4-minute video at theguardian.com. As a typhoon inched closer to China, the country braced for millions in untold damages, and to make matters even worse, The storm apparently joined forces with the moon in the city of Fuso to wreak even more havoc. It's well known that the moon, which affects the Earth's tides, can increase the damage caused by storms in coastal areas, but this is the first time we're seeing our closest celestial neighbor directly cause harm to our planet. Even though it is just a giant inflatable version of the moon, it was at an art exhibit down the road and it broke free from its tethers due to the high wind. It was still large enough to stop traffic, knock people down, and just be a general nuisance in a time when the city was trying to prepare for another storm. We've all heard Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody, but have you ever wondered what a song like that may look like? I mean, since 1970. What used to be a question for the LSD era is now a question for the tech age, and Google asked and answered that very question. In a new collaboration with Queen and Enosis VR, artists and developers at Google have created the Bohemian Rhapsody experience. It's a virtual reality experiment created to take viewers on a journey through Freddie Mercury's subconscious mind. It's a fancy way of saying they turned the iconic song into a 360-degree virtual reality music video. The app takes viewers on tour of a surreal mindscape of shapes, sounds, and animation, first leading you through a dreamlike mishmash of images that seems to represent Mercury's mind, then onto the stage of a Queen concert, complete with an animated band, and then, after a brief stop in the underworld, into outer space for a neon light finale. It's gorgeous, and thanks to a spatial audio mix, fairly impressive as well. The iOS version isn't quite ready, but Android users can head on over to the Google Play Store right now and pick this up. Ford invited members of the tech and automotive press to check out the latest developments, including its first rides in their autonomous vehicles. CEO Mark Fields already revealed that the company is targeting 2021 for release of a, quote, level 4 vehicle that's fully self-driving without things like steering wheels or pedals. For now, it's testing vehicles like these Ford Fusions at its Dearborn, Michigan campus, the M-City test track in Ann Arbor, and public roads in Arizona, Michigan, and California. The video gives you a taste of what the vehicle actually sees on its test route. Thanks to a combination of cameras, radar, and LiDAR units, like other self-driving vehicle demonstrations, the Fusion could navigate the test route without much of an issue, responding to both simulated and live situations easily. Similar to Uber's self-driving test vehicles, Ford plans to make its first self-driving cars available as some sort of ride-sharing, ride-hailing service. And speaking of Uber, their autonomous cars just hit the streets of Pittsburgh. Right now, if you call an Uber and get one of these guys, well, your ride is going to be free. However, I'm guessing you probably have to sign your life away. While riding, you can look at a mounted iPad that shows some details of the car. You can see how far you've driven autonomously, the current speed, and graphics showing the movement of the steering wheel and when the brakes are applied. But most interesting is a view of what the car's radar system is seeing at any given moment, very similar to Ford's test. You can see cars, buildings, pedestrians, and anything else in range. It'll satisfy the curiosity of anyone interested in how the car works. Uber believes that self-driving vehicles can see and process more than humans, making them safer. There's a lot to be done before they will hit the road without a driver, but right now they have a lead on just about every other company working on autonomous cars. And in robot news, while some inventors are known for their brilliance in the field of robotics, another kind of inventor, YouTuber Simone Giertz, has made a career out of making embarrassingly bad robots. The Late Show's Stephen Colbert brought Giertz to his program for a demo of her insufficient robots that brush teeth, apply lipstick, applaud, and even chop veggies. Colbert tested the bots and even said the vegetable chopping robot, well, is a thing of his nightmares. In addition to showing off her robotic creations to Colbert, Giertz posted a video Monday of her latest badly performing robot. This time, it's a dog inspired by YouTuber Jenna Marbles' drone-chasing dog. This robot dog is made using a plush toy, metal legs, and 4 servos, and yeah, that's it. It's not that great either, but it's all about the delivery, right?
Walk forward. But no, instead it just stomps around like it's contemplating whether to its pants or not. It just can't decide if the release is worth the loss of dignity.
Check out her YouTube channel for all her videos. Just search for Simone Giertz. And I'm very happy to announce that Epson has finally updated the photo scanner for 2016 with the FastPhoto FF640. It can scan, sort, and even post your entire photo collection at a rate of 1 photo per second. And unlike the all-in-wonder printers out there, the FF640 doesn't try to do everything. It's simply a scanner. That's it. And a pretty good one. The document feeder can accommodate up to 30 photos at a time, a vast improvement over whatever you can fit on a flatbed. The scanner also captures both sides of the photo, meaning any information like date stamps from the development lab or handwritten notes is saved for posterity. And you won't need to babysit the 640 to make sure everything is fed into the machine correctly either. The scanner can detect different photo dimensions, and it can also autocorrect the angle that the photo was scanned in at. No more making sure everything is straight or the same size. The FastPhoto is smart enough to figure it out all on its lonesome. The FF640 can lift the burden of organization as well. The included software makes it pretty easy to automatically name and sort the photos into appropriate folders. And of course, you can create searchable metadata for all of them as well, including the original date of the image. Even more impressive is the photo processing built in. Rather than drag your photos into, say, Photoshop, the FastPhoto can do some basic touch-ups all by itself, like red eye removal and even color restoration with a click. And it's easy to send those photos to Dropbox, Google Drive, Facebook, and Instagram. The FastPhoto can also scan other types of documents like bills and invoices and other random little bits of paper that you've been accumulating over the years if you really want to go all digital. At $650, it's priced a bit steep for something you might only use once. It might be worth it, however, when you consider that you won't have to pay someone else to scan your photos for you. And the time savings are immense. 1 photo per second means you can theoretically polish off a box of 1,000 photos in under a half an hour. I can't tell you if it's worth the money. It really depends on your need, but I'm happy someone finally updated the photo scanner for 2016. Now that the new iPhone is out, you may be wondering if you should upgrade. Yes, it's a faster device, has a much better camera, and is now even water resistant. But have you heard what's being said about the iPhone 8? Over at Mac Rumors, the iPhone 8 is said to have an edge-to-edge OLED display with a much faster processor, a full glass shadow-resistant body, a camera and Touch ID integrated into the display, no home button, and even wireless charging built in. It may be worth holding onto your current phone for another year. And then there are so many other companion devices that you can purchase these days. You may just want to spend your money on a new flashy smartwatch and upgrade when the iPhone 8 is released next year. And in holiday news, one major concern when going to the beach is your valuables. Where are you going to hide them, and what are you just going to leave at home? The Beach Vault solves all these problems by giving you a container that resembles an auger. You twist this thing into the sand, place the included towel and pillow over it, and voila, your very own Beach Vault. You can then keep safe your wallet, phones. It's even big enough to store a mini iPad or e-reader. For $40, one can be yours. If you want to know more, head on over to thebeachvault.com for more information. In medical news, researchers at NC State think that they've developed a new way to harvest body heat and turn it into electricity. The team has developed a patch that's roughly 1 centimeter squared that would attach to a person's bicep. The device would then be able to generate anything up to 20 microwatts, a pretty significant increase over previous tech. It's not enough power to, say, power a smartwatch yet, but it's possible that it may be enough to juice a medical sensor, reducing the number of bulky cables a patient has to trail around them. The patch creates electricity by using the difference in temperature between your body and the air that surrounds it. The heat is then pushed through a wearable thermoelectric generator, and the hardware itself is just 2 millimeters thick. The team also developed a version that would integrate into a t-shirt, and while the gains were less impressive, it could take up much more real estate than the upper arm, meaning it could actually generate more power. It's my hope that one day soon, by combining all our tech, say by pairing a thermoelectric generator with a piezoelectric generator, that we will finally be able to power everything around us and never have to plug in our phone or watch ever again. And finally, on Stupid Criminals of the Week, a 70-year-old man accused of bank robbery in Kansas told investigators he would rather be imprisoned than live with his wife. Court documents say Lawrence John Ripple gave a note to a bank teller Friday demanding cash and warning that he had a gun. Ripple took the money and went to sit in the lobby where he told a guard he was the guy they were looking for. Officers arrived quickly after that. An FBI agent wrote in the affidavit that Ripple had earlier been arguing with the wife. He told investigators he wrote the note in front of the missus, telling her he would rather be in jail than at home. Ripple got his wish and was charged with bank robbery. You've been watching your weekly tech update. If you have a story you think I should feature on the program, please send me an email, djraymcneil@gmail.com. Till next time, I'm Ray McNeil. Good night, world. Your weekly tech update brought to you by Holiday Home Care, Phillip Island, Victoria, Australia. It's your turn to relax. Before you get on holiday on the island, contact Holiday Home Care. We can set up your residence or holiday rental, do the shopping for you, provide linen and towels, and make sure it's all ready by the time you get here, giving you more time to enjoy what Phillip Island has to offer. For more information, visit holidayhomecarepi.com or email holidayhomecarepi@gmail.com.